Jimmy, yeah, this is MC Alfred.
Okay, everybody, we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show super talented actress, voiceover actor, singer. She's practically like a MILF. She's so hot. Anyway, we've got E.G.Daily, and she's fabulous, and we love her. We want to welcome you to the Jimmy Star Show.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm practically like a MILF.
Okay, you are a MILF. I just didn't. I wasn't planning on saying that, so it came out, and you're like totally smoking hot. So you are a MILF. Actually,
No, that's
the reason
cute.
I was thinking is that maybe you're not quite old enough to be a MILF, and so that way.
Oh, yes, I am. Proud of it.
All right. Let me introduce everybody. This is our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
How are you?
Hi, Ron.
Yeah, nice to have you on our show. I used to watch.
Thanks for having me.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm an adult, and I watched Pee Wee Herman, and I watched his thing on Broadway. I absolutely love the man. I think he's a brilliant talent. I think he's a fabulous person, and I think he was so wronged by the press and the media that I'm ashamed to say that I'm media.
I know. I agree. It was
Personal
really
and private should be left alone. We all march to a different drummer. Let it be quiet. To ruin
Absolutely.
someone's career in order to get a headline, you should drop dead.
Yeah, it was not so good. It was not fair, and it was really nobody's business. So, yeah. But the good news is that he's moved on.
He's
He's
back
doing film.
better than ever.
Because for children.
Hey, Chad, why am I getting...
What he does, the happiness he brings to children, how could you deny that because of something that's personal? It's hideous. Absolutely hideous. I'm happy to say that.
Hold on, we got to introduce you to the man behind the boards, too, Mr. Chad Murphy.
E.G.Daily, hello, welcome.
Hi, Chad. How's it going?
It's good. Great to have you.
Where's your camera?
Oh, he doesn't have one. He doesn't like
Pay
to see.
attention to the man behind the screen.
And we also have a chat room full of people. So say hey to everybody in the chat room.
Hey, hi, guys.
There you go.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Make sure you guys follow me on @RealEGDaily on Instagram and Vine, RealEGDaily, and Twitter, RealEGDaily. It's fun, and I say hi to people, and we connect, and it'll be fun. So say hi to me there.
You on Periscope too?
I haven't started doing it yet because I'm so busy that but Tara Strong and I just did a whole Periscope thing last night. We had tons of people watching. It was super fun. So every once in a while I'll jump on with her, but I'll get to that. Right now I'm happy with my Vines. I do some fun Vines. And I'm happy with my Instagram. I
started following you on Instagram yesterday, and I will follow you on Vine because I'm on all of those things too. It's a lot of fun. But before we go,
I want to ask her a question before we lose it. If Pee Wee asked you to come on for a guest shot, would you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good.
And we will do stuff together again.
Love to see.
We're good friends, and I totally am a big supporter of him, and he's a big supporter of me. So yeah, for sure.
And I'm a big supporter of the both of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, because I want to see that man given everything he deserves, what he truly deserves.
He has a new movie that's out, and he's doing well with it.
You know what? I think we're going to invite him on the show.
There's a new Pee Wee movie out.
I love Pee Wee.
It's on Netflix.
Let's invite him on the show.
We could do that.
Yeah, Pee Wee's Big Holiday. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I love it. So here's what I want to do because I know you have a new movie coming out. We want to talk about it. But in general, I want to talk just a little bit. I didn't realize that you were like basically like king shit voiceover actor in Hollywood, and that you've voiced almost every major character ever. I'm a huge Voice fan. And so when I saw you come on The Voice, I was like, oh my gosh, that's E.G.Daily. I'm so excited, and like you were on The Voice. But I didn't know you did all the voices. I knew you were an actress. And so I was so excited that you got on The Voice and you were on Team Blake, and I don't think you should have been eliminated. So like props to you.
It's okay. Everything was perfect. I got a beautiful amount of exposure on that show, and people got to realize that I was the same woman who does like Dottie and Pee Wee, and I was the same woman who does Tommy Pickles, and now I was singing with this singing voice, and people got to know the singer person in me. So it was like a really perfect. It was just perfect. Being on The Voice for even the amount of time was perfect, and also because I'm a mom, so I had to leave my daughter for a bit of time while I was filming. So it kind of worked out well, and it was probably better for my daughter that I didn't stay sequestered away for too long from her because she was at that teenage age and she kind of needed me. So it was all good.
Oh, that
I
works.
wait, a Pee Wee used to call her Geordie, Geordie.
I'm Dottie. That's
Geordie.
right.
Right.
Okay, so
Geordie.
I actually, because I like to talk about, basically like in the show, like I like to just bring up all the things that I think are like were really cool before we talk about what you're doing now. I was a huge Valley Girl fan and Say It. Like I listen to it like all the time, even now. Like it comes on my rotation on my
Hey.
iPad all the time, and we're gonna actually play the video for it later on today, so everybody can like see it again.
I'm actually playing that song. I'm headlining the Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles on the Sunset Strip July 11th, and I'm headlining with Missing Persons, and I'm going to play all those hit songs from the 80s.
Is it July? What date did you say?
July 22nd.
Okay.
I'm going to go on, I think it's 9 o'clock, but
Yeah,
I'm going to go on first, and then me and all my friends are going to stay and watch Missing Persons. So it's going to be like a total 80s night.
And actually, I love the promo that they did for that. That's circulating the internet for that. It looks fantastic. And
Yeah, that was the Booker. The Booker is such a sweetheart. Yeah, he does all that.
I wish we were there. We're back by. We're in L.A. next week,
yeah, we're coming next week to
and
LA.
I wish we were there. We would come to visit you guys and meet you.
But we want everybody to go see.
I love
Where are
Whiskey
you
A Go-Go.
guys at? Where are you at?
We're
Right
in
now-
Pennsylvania.
Right now, we're out of Pennsylvania, up from Florida, and are edging our way back home to California. We'll be in California, hopefully in a couple of months.
How many people does your show reach? Like how many people over time period?
50 million.
Well, we're broadcast everywhere, so we're actually we're on. First of all, for the
We're
video,
the number one
Hang
video.
on, let me talk because you don't know the numbers. Let me tell
Oh,
her.
fuck you.
I love it.
First of all, we're married. We're a gay married couple, so we
We're allowed.
bicker all the
We're
time.
allowed.
Just so you know. since you don't know
Everybody
that much
loves
about
it
us.
when we fight. Because you know what I call it when he yells at me and preaches to me? He's not nagging. He's, what's it called?
Fagnag.
Fagnag, I call him. And when I call him Fagnag,
I love you guys.
no, when I
So-
say Fagnag, the room goes crazy.
So
the,
here's
the
what
guest
it is,
room.
though.
They go
Okay.
nuts.
We have
they
our
love
own.
it.
Well, first of all, we're on iHeartRadio, Audio Boom, Stitcher, iTunes, on all the different things, and we're syndicated on 7
All
stations
over.
worldwide. We average. I don't know how many live listeners there are. There's several million, but we get 2 million plays on SoundCloud every week.
And we're
Man,
all over the world.
And then we're also on.
So I'm hoping to see a lot more Twitter followers.
Yeah,
and
we need to get
Instagram followers.
absolutely. I'm hoping
Real E.G.Daily. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
lots of Twitter followers, and then we have.
Jimmy's got over 2 million.
No, I don't.
Wow, that's awesome.
Some point.
Yeah.
I started following you and retweeting stuff for you. Anytime you tag me at the
Thank
end of
you.
your tweets, I'll retweet it to everybody, and it'll go to a million people.
Thanks. Yeah, I have to make sure we do that before I get off the phone. I'll pull you up and make sure.
I'm at Dr. Jimmy Star on Twitter. But I am also, we have our own Roku television channel, and it's on Roku television. So if you have a
And
Roku,
you'll be on Roku.
so we edit the videos and put it on Roku, and then it's actually on TV, and we're in 7 major countries, so like we get a lot of views.
Right. And I'm on Twitter.
Awesome.
And she's
That's awesome.
I'm on Twitter.
You're on Twitter?
Yeah.
I like that. That's really good. You're funny.
That's after you twit, you twat.
You got to
After
freaking.
you tweet, you twat.
So
Man for my own heart.
I
That's
started
great.
that Twitter stuff, and now it's all over the country. I see so many people doing, don't twat me, I won't be home. It's
Listen to
cute.
her. So
Well,
we
it's
wanna-
about time they did something to the word other than what it used to mean. Now it means something fun.
well, that was fun too.
I love it.
You gotta
Right?
love it.
I cleaned up a word.
Okay, so you guys, there.
Just follow you. Now we're good.
Oh yes, good. That's Lady Lake. Follow her too. She's the best promoter on Twitter.
Right.
The lady who tweeted that. That's not actually me. That's someone who's promoting the show.
I can't wait to get to
And
talk
they,
about
love
your
you.
movie because I got a lot of questions about
So
your
actually,
movie.
too, because you've done a bunch of stuff with people who've been on the show. But let's go back. Okay, so everybody needs to see Valley Girl if you haven't seen it. It's fantastic. Everybody has to get her music. And the first big hit that she had was Say It, Say It. It's the greatest song. It's so much fun. It's like a dance song. You will love it. It's fantastic. So everybody's.
Yay.
But
Yay.
she's got, and I didn't even know you had all these albums. If you guys go on iTunes and look up E.G.Daily, she's got 4 albums and a zillion singles that you can go on and get. So download all her albums. The first one's called Wild Child. That's the one that
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
that's the one where I found out who you were and heard Say It, Say It.
Yeah.
Freaking
Yeah.
Then she was Dottie, you guys, in Pee Wee's Big
Geordie,
Adventure.
Geordie.
And it was fantastic. and it's a great movie, and and I'm so happy that Pee Wee's back with a new movie, so I think it's fantastic. Then I didn't know you. Okay, so I'm a big horror. How do you say horror?
Horror.
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 I said that.
I'm a
No, you say horror. Horror.
I'm a huge horror movie fan, and
Yeah.
I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and I've dressed like everybody. Like Malcolm McDowell's a friend of mine. Like
I've
all
heard
the
that
people.
before.
She doesn't.
I love that.
Doesn't know anything.
Oh, I don't know that. That's awesome.
Oh, it should go on IMDb. and
No,
see
I
it.
want her. I'm talking about something that she's doing because I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan, and most of the people that have been in his movies have been on our show at one time or another. And I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were in the Devil's Rejects. Like I don't know which one you were, so now I have to go back and actually see it.
Yeah, and now I'm in the new one, which is coming out in September called 31.
And
I play a character named Sexhead, which is so cool.
I can't wait. I'm like so excited. When I went on IMDb today to like take little notes, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited that you're in another Rob Zombie movie, and it's fantastic. And I've never actually met Rob Zombie, but I would imagine being in his movies is just fantastic. So kudos and congrats on that. And you did another movie that's going to be coming out called The Unlikelies, because it said 2016, and I'm friends with Leo Rossi, and Lou Tempo's been on the show several times.
Oh yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Lou. Yeah, he's awesome. And he's not in this new one, but he's done a ton of Rob movies.
Yeah, which is like super cool, and I like freaking like love it. So then you're a voiceover actress, and you do like voiceover stuff for everybody. So you've got I made some notes, but Curious George, Julius Jr., Marvel's Avengers Assemble, Powerpuff Girls, Tommy. Tommy, I mean that's got to be like the biggest one. Tommy from Rugrats, everybody like knows that.
It's pretty big.
Happy Feet 1 and 2, Skylanders, Babe Pig in the City. So tell us a little bit about how you got into the voice thing from the acting thing at the beginning. Were you always good at the voices?
Well, the voice thing was something that I didn't realize I was good at, but because I sang and I did a lot of acting, I was able to be very creative with my voice. But I noticed really young that I could imitate things. So very young, I started imitating babies and children's voices. Like I could mimic them exactly. And then one day, so when I was a little girl, I would walk around school and do like, oh, well, my mom would really like some water. So I would just imitate their little speech patterns. And the next thing you know, I'm an adult, and some guy hears me I'm in a play, and I'm doing all these different voices in the play. And some guy goes, you're really good with your voice, E.G., you should do voiceover. And the next thing you know, I go on this audition, and I started doing voiceovers, but I started doing, Tommy Pickles was the voice that I did when I was a little girl. That was the voice I'd been walking around doing my whole life. So it was a crazy turn of events, but then my voiceover career just blew up, and it wasn't something that I planned. It was just a weird thing. What was your initial question? Because I went off.
How you went?
He
wants to hear Tommy.
I want to hear Tommy Pickles.
So Tommy Pickles would have a conversation with you just like this. He would say, I really like your white hair. It reminds me of snow. And I really like snowman, so I guess I really like you.
That's Tommy. And then,
You're beyond fabulous.
I think that I'm so excited because I didn't
You're
know
really
you did
good.
I really, literally, if I wouldn't have seen you on The Voice, I wouldn't have known you did all that, and I would have been like, she's like this super talent, but now you're not like a super talent. You're like a super talent.
And what's nice is you get gay coin for this. You make a lot.
I love it. You know that I have a really big gay following from years because I did every gay pride festival with my singles like Love in the Shadows and Mind Over Matter. And every gay pride festival across the country I used to headline in. For years, that was my favorite. My favorite times were doing clubs. I mean, I did Key West, I did like tranny bars, and I did like every pride, gay pride. I'm all West Hollywood, WeHo is right near where I live.
The Palm Springs bars?
I've done a bunch of shows in Palm Springs. I don't think I did the white parties or any of that, but I did I've done shows all over. And to me, like my gay community, and I have to say most of my friends are gay, and my whole life is, my friends, my support team, the gay community has been so there for me, and I'm so there for them for everything. I've done so many different events because it's my tribe. It's a lot of my tribe,
We have a big gay following, and they listen to us every week. So now that word's going to spread like wildfire.
I already know. The gay community knows it's my posse. That's my team. Like all my friends are gay. I have played the field. It's like I'm all about. It's just, I have to say, look, no matter what happened in my career, my gay community has always been there for me. Even when my records weren't huge and popular.
They do.
The one tribe that kept calling me was my gay community, and they were always just with their arms open. And when I do a show in Los Angeles, You probably say like 60% is the gay community because they're my tribe. It's my tribe. You know, they're always there for me. So I have so much love for the community.
So many great legends of Hollywood, the names that you remember from the 1940s, the
Yeah.
ones that survived had gay support. Without gay support in our business, you're doomed. There are a few
Yeah.
actors out there who have bashed gay people. One, namely,
Yeah.
no, I can't think of him. The one
We don't
from
want to say him anyway.
I
so
want to
it's
say him
nice.
because I don't like him. I'm allowed. The one from Long
You don't like
Island,
him?
Bill, the brothers,
Who was that?
Oh, you don't like Alec Baldwin. He doesn't like
Alec
Alec
Baldwin. Really,
Oh.
the gay community despises him, and even people that work in the business despise him. The gay ones. You don't make enemies with gay people if you're in show business. Big mistake.
That's lame. Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, honestly, what it does show, it shows a lack of a lack of humanity. Because what are we? We're all just people who love each other, right?
So-
That's what we are. Everybody, children are, little babies are bisexual. Everybody has that sexuality about them. Everybody has that nature, but there's a certain people that are a lot more conservative and they maybe don't have that kind of humanity understanding that we're all just people who love each other, period. That's how, I mean, if the world were really honest with everybody, everybody is bisexual, in my opinion. If everybody were really truly honest with themselves, everybody loves everybody. We all love each other. That's my opinion. I love everybody. I've been there. I've been on both sides of the fence. I love girls. I love women. I love men. I just think it's beautiful, you know, and so I think it's a little bit more evolved. You have to be a little more evolved and a little less conservative.
I
You know,
think,
As
wait
a
a
MILF,
second.
you have a ton of people that are just
I-
like
I
dying
think-
now. They're
I-
loving it.
I think that you and I have the same idea. I express it differently. I was married for 16 years to a woman, a very beautiful woman, a famous woman. And
Yeah.
people say to me, what made you not be married to her and now be with Jimmy? I said, well, that marriage ended for other reasons, not gayness. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I fell in love with her because I fell in love with the person. I didn't fall in love with a
Right.
thought. You know, I didn't go looking between a
Yeah. Body, it's the
thing
person.
with Jimmy. I love Jimmy because Jimmy's Jimmy. If Jimmy had
Yeah.
a poussey, I would love him just the same.
Right.
I kept telling him to have one put on. Jimmy, go have a pussy put
no,
in.
I'm not
So
Go on.
We're humans, right? We're humans. You're gonna love who and what you love.
Well,
That's it.
with the person, not the sexuality, folks.
Right. It's the person. And you know, some people prefer, and honestly, some people prefer men's anatomy to a female's anatomy, and some people, honestly, I feel like historically people were raised in a way where it was like only be with the woman or only be with the man, and it's like the truth is, you know, if people weren't raised with such cultural, really strong opinions, they probably would be more exploring in their lives and probably have more fun in their life too. That's my opinion.
But
You know.
No, I
wait,
agree.
It's religion. Religion is the basis to all of it. The problems that we gay people have today do not come from non-religious heterosexuals.
That's
It comes
that's
from these crazy religious rightist
Yeah.
groups
Zealots.
who think
Well,
that they can control the lives of others, which is
Right, it's very old. It's a lot of old thinking, and it's a lot of like following and not listening to your own heart. And my motto in my life is, you know, I did a whole one-woman show on this. It's called Listen Closely. You guys can go get it on Amazon. Amazon.com, by the way, I have a digital download of a voiceover seminar that teaches so many incredible tricks and tools and practical things if you want to get a voiceover. And Listen Closely, my one-woman show on Amazon, is all about listening to your inner voice and how when you listen to your inner voice, you're living a much more beautiful life. Like if you were to really not listen to all the things outside you, the ways you were raised, like culturally, religious wise, saying, don't do that, that is the devil. You know, I did a section in my play about bisexuality and homosexuality in the one woman show, Listen Closely. And I did a section in the play about how, you know, what did I say? Something like, the Bible says fornication is a sin, or something. I talk about all this thing. Well, yeah, you know, I don't know. I just talk about, well, I like it, and how can it be a sin if I like it? You know, whatever. You know, I don't know, just talk about all kinds of stuff. And I said, well, then praise God and go down. You know, I don't know. I just talk about all this sexuality stuff because the truth is, if you know, I was kind of raised where I didn't really have that, and so I really kind of got to make my own decisions about things. And I feel bad for people that can't feel their own intuition about what really feels right for them. I mean, there are people walking around married with children that are clearly wanting to be with somebody of their own sex, and they won't let themselves have their truth. And it's a very hard way to live. And then you wonder why people are depressed and on anxiety medicines. And
unhappy is the word.
they're not happy because they're not following their bliss.
My
You know,
my
yeah,
parents were not religious at all. My father yelled at me one time because I went to Sunday school with friends to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like the rest of the children. My father
yeah,
said there is no such thing, blah 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 blah. Now my sister's a born again Christian and she's
So's mine.
uptight. She lives a tight life. She's not happy. I'm
yeah,
gay, not religious at all, and I'm totally happy, free, and easy. So it
yeah.
just goes to show you, get rid of the shackles of youth. What worked in 1950, 60, and 70 does
Yeah,
not
it's
work to,
old news. Yeah, you got
doesn't
to get
work today. You
right.
got to update.
Yeah, we got to update. I mean, thank God, there's all the same-sex marriage has been being yay. Thank God for all that. But there's a lot of growing to do still, and a lot of it has to do with the people that were raised in those weird.
North Carolina. Look at North Carolina. You know what they're
Yeah.
doing in North Carolina.
Well, they're not letting people use. Oh, gay
You
people have
know,
no rights at all in North Carolina.
Yeah,
It's going to get
the
repealed.
restroom thing. You're talking about the restroom thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the restroom
they
thing.
don't have to serve us in a restaurant. They don't have to give us
You can be
hotel
fired just because you're
Nothing.
gay.
Yeah, you're not allowed
But
to
it's all
have
going
any
to get
rights.
repealed. It's not going to last.
Oh, it's not going to last because it's not the truth, and the truth rises, and that's not the truth of how we treat human beings in life. That's not what God wants for each other.
Movie companies are leaving North
Yeah.
Carolina. They're not filming there. How many
Wow.
celebrities canceled rock
Yeah,
shows
like
and,
Bruce
and
Springsteen
events
canceled his show.
because
It doesn't
they won't
apply anymore.
there?
We're way beyond that. We're way more involved than that. It's
I-
not okay anymore. Yeah, it's not crazy.
Let's
It's
get
crazy.
back to you now.
Sexuality in general is so shunned in a way, just in general, and that's why I'm glad I live in LA. I mean, I have a practice called orgasmic meditation that I do. Go figure. It's about orgasm, and it's so out there. People can check it out. Go to onetaste.us, and it's a crazy practice, but it's beautiful, and it has to do with orgasm and living your life, an orgasm-based life, where you're like really listening to your body about what feels great and following that lead. Those are the breadcrumbs that will lead you to a happy life. Like following what makes you happy. Like the other day, I was kind of sleepy, right? I was kind of tired, and I was like, why am I so tired? And I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep. I had no life in me that day. And I realized why I was tired was because somebody said something that wasn't true. And there was a little piece of me that believed it. And that little piece of me thought, oh, maybe they're right. I shouldn't try to do that thing that really makes me happy because maybe that's wrong. Because to them, they had this idea about it that I was too old to pursue that thing or blah, 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 whatever it was. But for a split second, I believed it. And I literally shut down. Physically, my body went like tired. And then once I recognized what happened, I woke up and I was like, wait a minute. I have to listen to what my body says is a big fat mess. That's what's going to lead me.
I've had that happen to me. Now, getting to you, just
Go back to the website for that. What's the website?
Yeah,
Orgasm
give us the
what?
web.
Oh, that's cool, you guys. It's called it's onetaste.us, and it's just a whole thing about orgasm. And it's maybe not so much. I mean, I guess the lesbian community can jump into it, not necessarily. There are some gay men that do it too, but it's mostly. I think it would be a little more leaning towards the hetero, but it's one taste. It's onetaste.us, and it's orgasmic meditation. It's all about living in your bliss and listening to your body and following that thread of like what brings you that excited feeling in your life, that orgasmic sensation. The philosophy is amazing. There's an actual practice, but the philosophy is beautiful for everyone. It's for everyone. Everyone needs to learn to listen to their body. And when their body starts to shut down and get tired and depressed, there's something you're not listening to. When your body gets lit up and excited, that's a breadcrumb that's telling you that's something you're supposed to do. Like some people are like, I really wanted to do salsa classes, but it's so silly for me at this age. I shouldn't do it. And I'm like, oh my God, are you getting excited about that? Go do it. Go do it.
I have an example
Check it
right
out,
now.
you guys.
I am so unhappy living in Pennsylvania, so depressed here. You have no idea because the people are not my kind of people. They're very prudent. They're very, very Republican. They're very, very uptight. They're very restricted. They're very old 1950 living. If you live in Bucks County, where we live, it's like living in Long Island.
Also anti-gay.
Yeah.
Anti-gay. So
Yeah.
I'm not happy
Okay.
here.
There you
Every
go.
time I think about Tuesday boarding that plane for LA, my pains go away. My happiness comes. I smile.
There you
You
go.
know what? I swear to God, I look in the mirror. I look younger and better.
Very good. Well, that's following your orgasm. Okay, that's living an orgasm-based life is when you watch and notice your body. And when your body starts to shut down, those are big signs. Everybody has to listen because, this is our life. Like when the Prince thing happened, what I noticed and what I felt from the Prince thing, I posted a long thing on my Facebook page. Make sure if you go to Facebook page, it's the real E.G. Daily, not it doesn't say real E.G. Daily knows, but make sure it's a verified page where it says official. But what I posted about the Prince thing was that when the fact that Prince, this amazing artist who's so brilliant, and he lived it seemed like he lived with a lot of integrity, and he had a faith in something bigger, and he was a true artist, and he had total integrity to his art, and he wasn't a slave to being manipulated by people. It seemed like he really was a beautiful man. And what happened for me when I heard that he passed away, because he's young, he's like close to my age, and it's like,
Me too.
what I realized was like, that's a wake up call for us. Like that is a Prince reminded me, like, every day we better find the fun and the beauty of our lives. Our lives are not just here to go to work, live where we're miserable, do the things we hate, waiting for the day when you can actually choose the thing you want. It's about choosing the thing you want today. It's about enjoying your day today, every day. Yeah, we do a little work every day, but every day I say to myself, I didn't have enough fun today. I need to go have some fun.
Years ago we all went to Est. Est
Yeah, I remember that.
means now. And
Yeah.
that's what it means. Do it now. Don't wait because tomorrow may not be here. Do it now, and your yesterday. Here's the theory: if you do it today, your yesterday will be better. Therefore, it will be a better. It's a whole twisted thing. Tomorrow, that shit.
Well,
But
that's
it's
right,
true.
because your desires, like you might get a crazy desire, but your desires
Right.
are that lead you to a happier life. It's like follow your desires, even if it's crazy. Take a salsa class, go to a dance class.
And I've heard women say, "I think my husband's cheating," and I say, "Really?" They say, "Yeah, but better her than me."
Oh God.
And if you're in that kind of a marriage where you have to wish for some other woman to screw your husband for you, then I would suggest that you go and find
Hello.
why.
Hello, because that's not living vibrant and joyful. That's
No,
like
it's
compromising, settling, right?
It's terrible. It's a prison. It's a prison without walls. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
true.
How many women say that? Oh, tonight, Friday night, he loves to bang me on Friday night. I can't deal with it. Well, then do something about it. Tell
Right.
them, how about Wednesday night and let's do it in the bathtub upside down.
Or go learn about orgasmic meditation and practice that with your partner.
Exactly.
Go to
There's so many.
onetaste.us.
That's why I think Jimmy and I will have a very successful relationship, because the two of us are very intelligent, open, and honest about
That's awesome.
everything that we do. And I tell him every little shit that bothers me, and he does the same to me.
Wait, how long have you been together?
We're married 3 years now, and how long?
4 years.
4 years.
That's awesome.
It's a short time. I was
It's a
with
short
somebody
time.
for a long time, but I
I was in a relationship for 2.5 years, and I don't know why there was a lot of attraction. The chemistry was there, but my heart didn't feel like safe. But I kept trying because I was confused I was connected to this person and I felt attraction to this person. And then when my eyes started twitching all the time, I knew that I had to get out. You know what I mean? Like I literally was like, my eye is freaking twitching. Like no matter how much chemistry there was on that level, if it's not
never heard that one.
That's
a
a
new
good one, though. I like
That's
that.
a new one.
you're turning into a tomato right before my eye. Your face is all red. Anyway, what I'm saying is like, though the chemistry was there, it has to all be there. The friendship has to be there. The love, the caring, the kindness, it has to all be there. The gentle, the flow of your energies. You have to be in alignment. If one person is high strung and crazy and volatile and nutty, then I don't know if that's going to work. Like I'm an easy, chill kind of person.
You're nutty, but it works because he's placid and quiet. And Jimmy's very old for his age. Jimmy's not his age. Jimmy's 20 years older than he is. No, seriously. And I'm 30 years younger than I am, so it works.
That's right. Well, that's what I mean. You have to be in alignment and somehow some people can be total opposites and that works. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if one person is nutty, crazy, nutty, and screamy, volatile, and the other person's shutting down, that's a bad sign.
Well, the other person I heard, you're tweaking eye.
Twitching.
A very good friend of mine, and she's a pretty famous actress. I mean, I'm not going to give her name. She was in a relationship with this woman that was a doctor. And the doctor woman was intelligent and let this actress know that she was nothing but a stupid actress, who, by the way, was nominated for an Emmy, and blah, 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 blah. So she's telling me the story. She said, Ron, I get mad, she said, and I go on fire. My hair stands on end. She said, but this time my nipples began to burn. She said, and when that happens, it's over. Well, I cried from that one. I almost spit out the food we were eating.
That's awesome. How
When she
funny.
said, and when my nipples start to burn,
That's hilarious.
And you
I
know.
do with the twitching eyes. And now, your story, I could tell. I could use your name.
Yeah, there you go. You could use it.
I want to I want to turn it back into entertainment for a minute because we have to
Yeah.
talk about a
I
couple.
thought it was all
No,
entertainment.
it is
you-
all entertainment, but
you
I mean
no good
specific.
fuck.
No, I mean specific
Yeah.
entertainment because
I
I
have-
want publicists to get mad at me.
Yeah, I have a couple things that are coming out that I want to make sure that I share with you guys and everybody.
Mothers
Again,
and daughters. We have to do mothers and daughters
first
first.
daughters. Yeah, I was going to tell you about that. Make sure, first of all, repeat
Oh,
my Twitter and my Vine and my Instagram, Real E.G. Daily. Make sure you guys go click on there right now. But what I will say is, yeah, and I post a lot of the stuff that I'm up to on all those. So what I would say is like a Mothers and Daughters is this beautiful mother about, I think it's coming out in May. I think it's coming out in May. So keep your eyes open for that. It's got Sharon Stone, Susan Sarandon, Christina Ricci, myself. There's a lot of really good people in this movie. I have a couple of songs. What?
Selma Blair, Courtney Cox, Paul Wesley for all you Vampire Diaries fans, Mira Sorvino, Ashanti for all you music fans, Luke.
Yeah, I
Well, it's got
have songs in there too.
a stellar cast. This is a stellar cast.
Yeah, so I've got a really cool little role. I play Mama Quinn, who plays the mother of this actor named Luke Wilson, who's this real handsome younger actor. I think he's been on those vampire things. So I play his mom in this one little part, and I also have two great songs in the movie, which is really cool. One that I produced both of them, and I sing one, and my other one, my daughter actually is the singer on. We produced that song for her, so that's really cool. And then Sex Head in 31, Rob Zombie's movie, which is really a fun role. I wanted to show you a picture of it, just because why not? Okay, hold on.
Oh, absolutely.
See if you can. This is me in the new Rob Zombie movie. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I can't wait.
It's really cool.
really can't-
Yeah, it's really cool. I have a really fun part, a badass character.
Do you-
And then,
what?
yeah,
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have like your own home recording studio?
I have a booth. Yeah, I have my own home booth, but it's not like a full-on recording studio, but it's a little really cute booth, and I have like, it's got everything I need, and I do I do some spots there actually, and I do a lot of my just voiceover reads and, auditions, things here and that here. But I don't do like recording music and stuff. I just do my demos like on my phone.
Would you
Yeah.
do me a favor, of course, if you remember?
Yeah.
If you have scenes with Courtney Cox, excuse me, tell her she's got to come on this show.
Oh, okay.
Plus,
Like,
the only one in the world that loves her. Nobody loves her but me.
I love her.
Oh wow! I've seen her around for years. She's actually really sweet. But I will tell her that I didn't do my scenes with her. I just did my. But I will if I
Haven't
happen to
seen-
see her at the wrap party or the screening, I'll tell her.
You don't have any scenes with her.
No, I already shot my stuff. I didn't have scenes with her.
Oh.
It was a lot of vignettes. This movie has a lot of cameos, so none of us have like ongoing long parts. But I if I see her at the screening, I'll mention that to her.
She is probably one of the most outrageous people I have ever seen
Yeah.
on screen.
Yeah.
Is she crazy
Yeah.
in person like that when you work with her?
Anytime I've seen her, she seemed really cool, and she seemed really cool.
So she's always outrageous.
I actually, because I was a celebrity clothing designer in the first.
Again with the fucking cologne design. You
doesn't
wasted 100
difference. No,
times.
I'm bringing it
You
to
made me
the
curse.
point.
Now
I'm bringing it
iHeartRadio's
to
going
the
to
point.
send me a
the
letter.
first famous person to ever wear any of my clothes was
Courtney Cox?
No, it was David Arquette when he was married to Courtney Cox,
Oh yeah, David.
and it was in People magazine.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's such an artist, David.
Now,
Yeah.
I want to get to you now. I have to do this delicately because women get insulted easily.
Wait, tell me.
All right. I know what year you were on Pee-wee.
She wasn't on the TV show. She was in the movie.
Oh, she wasn't on the TV show?
No,
Wait
she's
a
Are you trying to
minute.
ask me age?
She
Are
was
you trying to ask me age?
Wait a
Oh.
minute.
Is that
I
what-
saw her.
It's all over the internet. I have no shame about my age. I'm actually super proud of my age. Is that what you want to know?
Because I know that you're way older than you look. You look about 22, 23. And it's way...
Okay, well, wait. Here, I have two daughters. One is 20, and one is 17.
Go back. What?
I have a daughter, Hunter Daly. Go look her up.
She-
The Hunter Daly on all her pages. Hunter Daly. She's my 20-year-old, and she's in college. My other daughter's 17, Tyson
Go
Solomon.
away. Tell us what
Yeah.
creams you use, what soaps you use, how many hours sleep do you get? You
It's
have a
sex,
20
orgasmic meditation.
She
It's-
told you it's
what?
orgasmic meditation.
well, Excuse me, folks, while I have an
And
orgasm.
she has good dreams. You have great.
Oh,
No,
my
actually-
God, you are
actually,
shocking.
No, I'm 54. Yeah, no, I'm 54.
God bless you.
But-
Look at you. You're an old broad. 54.
Yeah.
Oh, you look
sure.
25 years younger than
Tell her
what
how
you
old
are.
you are.
Oh, how old do you think I am? You can't tell.
Are you 50?
50. That's what I am. 50.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm 75.
No, you look amazing.
Yeah, I'll be
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 51, so
Yeah.
like he looks my age.
I'll be 76 next month.
You look amazing. That's amazing. My dad is 90. I'm sorry, my dad is 86.
Well, that's where you get it from.
My dad looks like William Shatner. He looks like he's in his.
Oh,
I don't know.
William Shatner's
Yeah.
hot.
Well, when I'm in California, when we live there, I'm having work done. I've decided. I want
Yeah.
these shits pulled up, these things here. I don't like
Yeah.
and my double chin. When I lay back on the bed, backwards with a mirror, I look fabulous. Everybody should do that. That's why if you're old and you're banging some guy, don't go on top of him because your face falls forward and you look like a man. Lay
That's
your back and let him bang you on
That's
your
really good. I can honestly say I've never had a facelift or any of that, but
You look
I've done
amazing.
little Botox here and there, which I think is great. But I haven't done anything major in my life yet. But I will at some point, because at some point, yeah, these gels are no fun. But in the meantime, I noticed there's a lot of really great procedures now that are not so invasive, and people look beautiful with doing very little, and they don't look all pulled and weird. So I would say, find those doctors if you're going to get stuff done.
I don't like what a few of my friends have done, and they're very one is extremely famous. She's on television every morning on a very big talk show, and she went ahead and did that puppet look like Joan Rivers, where they blow up the cheekbones. And she has now that doll face that's wide.
I hate that.
Oh, she doesn't even, and she was a pretty girl. She didn't need it. She's only 47 years old.
And it actually makes people look older. You know, you got to be careful with that stuff.
She looks,
I think little tweaks are great. I mean, I'm all about keeping yourself. I do like whatever I can, small little things to keep myself up. And when I need to do something big, I will, because I think like it makes you feel good. And so if you're going to do some little things, make yourself feel good, do it. But just be careful and pick good doctors that do good work, and not the ones where you look pulled and weird and look old.
I call it Joan Rivers look.
Yeah.
I want the Joan Rivers look. Anyway, we'll do it. Men get it differently. There's a surgeon out there that I know of. He only does men, and he's done every big major male movie star there is.
You look fantastic. So fantastic.
Wait, look.
Look at him.
When you get rid of these friggin' things, these puppet.
I like that you dated younger. I tend to date younger too. I've had
I picked him up actually. He was walking in a mall and I picked him up, and I tried to pick him up. He actually blew me off, but I saw him a couple times before he would talk to me.
What jerk walks up to me and says you're the most gorgeous man?
That's awesome.
You think I'm gay? What made you even think I was gay?
Well, he was wearing white pants with no underwear, and a white shirt and flip flops.
That made me.
How is it?
Yeah, he looked gay.
In L.A., nobody wears underwear. Do they wear underwear in L.A. yet? Do people
in underwear?
People
are getting into not wearing bras. I kind of like not wearing bras sometimes. That makes me happy. We're not supposed to really wear bras sometimes. But underwear, depending on my
underwear with jeans? Nobody I know. I could tell you.
Well,
he's talking about men. Are you talking about men?
No, Angelina Jolie, Angie Voigt, who grew up in my friggin' house, never wore underwear with jeans.
I know, but that was like when she was little.
No, none of the jeans do. None of the girls do. I mean, that's other the frauds. But
no, they wore G-string panties.
Yeah, they
were G-string panties.
What?
They were G-string panties. Otherwise,
yeah.
You can't tell they're wearing, but they're really tiny. Like, want to see? Like this.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Look at that, you guys.
Yeah,
you saw it only on the Jimmy Star show.
It's a slingshot. A slingshot.
Well, that's what they are for guys.
That's what we wear. You guys just think we're not wearing panties.
No, but I mean, when I lived in California, no one wore underwear, men or women. It was the hippie era, and you didn't wear anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Wear bras or panties or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I gotta love it. So let's go back to music real quick.
Let's go back to music.
I love The Voice. Did you have a good time on The Voice?
The Voice was one of the greatest experiences of my career. I have to say, I felt like I was in a dream. Like, it was like, I've had a great career and I've had a lot of dance hits. I've had like Love in the Shadows and Say It, Say It, and Mine Never Matter. But there was something about being on that stage and the way they set it up, and it's so beautiful and professional, and you get your own set of stylists, and they set up the clothing the way you pick the style that's your style, and they work with you and what you love and what you're all about, and they just basically lift you up to what you love. And I just have nothing but gratitude for that show and how I felt while I was doing it. And it was such a blast. And it was like being at music camp. And then I was like, there were kids there that were 15. And so I got to like have kids near me because I was missing my own kids. And I got to like hang out with the moms of the kids that were contestants. And then I was on the show. So I love that it didn't matter who I was and what my age was. It just mattered about my singing voice. So you guys could go look that up. It's The Voice. Just look up E.G.Daily singing Breathe on The Voice, and there's some links out there. But it was a really magical moment. You could see it in my face when I'm singing. It was just like I was like I was feeling myself going, what the hell? How did this happen? Like, how did at this point in my career, I'm sitting here looking at Blake Shelton and CeeLo and Christina, and these are like, I've been doing this a long time, but yet I gave myself this opportunity to do this thing that was like a dream, that would be like what you would dream about when you're young before you even have a career. So here I was doing it. It was really cool.
Hang on. No, I want to talk about this. Okay, because first of all, besides being a huge fan, we've had tons of the people that are on The Voice actually on the show, and I also. I actually my day job is I'm head of the urban and pop divisions of the Spectrum Music Group. We're the largest indie record label in the world, and so we go after a lot of the people to sign them and distribute music and everything. So one thing I find really cool about you and your musical career, because you at the beginning of your career you're basically known as a dance artist, and now. Yeah. I listened to every album that you had on iTunes last night to see the progression and how, because everybody gets stuck. A lot of people do one thing and then they get stuck. I'm really great friends with the girls from Expose. Yeah. Really, really good friends, and I would love it. And I would, especially Joya, and I would love it if they would put out, some more adult contemporary stuff, but they're still doing the dance, thing. And you've actually really evolved, and you've put out.
Well, that's because I write what I write. I mean, what comes to me is comes to me, and I don't really have that belief. Like, people are like, well, how would you identify yourself? And I said, as E.G.Daily, I identify myself as an artist. I don't put myself in a little hole and try to keep myself confined. I listen to this. Okay, I'm writing this beautiful song on piano today. Okay, I'm writing this beautiful song on guitar. And then what happens is I get songs and soundtracks that are different types of songs, because I don't limit myself. But some people think you have to. I'm not looking to get I am going to release, though, an EP soon with the guy, Michael J., who I did Mind Over Matter with, and I reconnected at a Grammy party. And now we've cut, this batch of songs that are so good, and some of them happen to be dance again. And so I was like, fantastic. I'm gonna fun release another dance record.
Plus, releasing an album called Voices or something, showing that you have, it doesn't matter what it is, you can do it. I'm a great singer, I can do, anything, and here's what I can do. So I think it's smart too.
Well, when people say to me, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm in entertainment," and they say, "What do you do in entertainment?" I said, "Everything."
Yeah.
Entertainment.
It's hosting. It's hosting. It's you being a voice for causes. It's singing. It's acting. It's cartoon. It's all of it. Yeah, I do all of it.
I have been on radio, television, stage for years. I did stand up in drag. I performed as Jane Russell for years. So I've done everything in the business. So how can you possibly give a menu or pigeonhole yourself? It's stupid.
Well, that's what's beautiful about getting older is when you're young, they do want you to pigeonhole and tell everybody what your style is. But then at my age, I just do what I feel. And whatever I feel, there's somebody out there that's going to feel it too.
I walk in space boots, cowboy boots, and spike heels. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
there you go. I have a video out right now called Somebody's Loving You. It's this beautiful little country-ish kind of song that I released a video on just because it's fun and it's beautiful. You could check it out. And then on the same spectrum, recently I released a video called Wait that's edgy and very alternative sounding, and they're fun, and they're making movies, and I get to sing however my voice wants to sing. It's so awesome.
Well, that's the person that goes forever. The one that sticks to one thing burns out, disappears.
Yeah.
Any of the actors, let me think of all the people that I know, many, I'm not bragging either, but I know so many of the old stars because I've been around forever. I was around when they were starting off. And the ones that's unfortunately, the gorgeous ones, like Barbara Nichols, you don't know who she is, a platinum blonde, always plays a dizzy bitch in movies, fabulous actress, loved her to death. burnt out because she got old. I mean, who wants to see an old platinum blonde? You know, she looked like an old
Yeah.
douchebag.
You do have to keep
Reinvent.
inventing, and if you're following your desires are always changing. Yeah,
You know,
your desires
so
are changing.
then I've watched, like, I knew Betty Davis. I'm very proud to say
Wow.
I was friends with Betty. And Betty went on forever because Betty just kept reinventing herself.
Yeah,
I
it's
will
great.
give one more plug. I don't know what Balcony TV is, but I saw it someplace.
Yeah. Balcony. So Balcony TV is LA was. I have a lot of gratitude because that was the time when I told you I had just come out of this weird depression where I wasn't really listening to what I loved, and then I started to wake up and go, oh my gosh, I have to do what I love every day. And Balcony TV was the show that they asked me to do when I first started reconnecting back to my music after I hadn't for like a year. And it's a really cool show. They do it all over the world. They do Balcony TV London, Spain, Ireland, Germany, and I happen to now be one of the hosts for that show. And I just basically, bands come in from like Sweden or London or Australia or Los Angeles or Northern California, and they're touring, and they get to do one song acoustically, and I interview them about the song and their singles, or maybe they're releasing. I just interviewed Lifehouse pretty recently, and that's one of my favorite bands. And we shoot the ones that I host mostly at my house, which is really great. So you go check that out, Balcony TV LA, and it's a really great medium for music and songs, and it's all really talented musicians. So it's just another thing that I do, Balcony TV LA. But I just want to make sure I remind everybody 4 things.
Okay,
Go check out.
buddy.
4 things, really importantly, besides go to EGDaily.com and click on all my pages. But I'd say, Real E.G. Daily Twitter, Real E.G. Daily Wine, Real E.G. Daily Instagram. I would say go get my voiceover seminar, which is great if you're interested in voiceover, on Amazon, and go get Listen Closely, my one-woman autobiographical musical. It's super powerful. And most importantly is and go watch the movies, 31. I went off 31, Mothers and Daughters, and what other thing do I have coming out? And then just most importantly, listen to your bliss and listen to your own voice tell you what to do.
That's the truth. You're a delight, a beauty, and if you see us in L.A., please say hello.
I will. Thank you so much, you guys.
Congratulations on everything that you guys going on. Everybody follow Real E.G. Daily on everything across the board. Make sure you see Mothers and Daughters next month when it comes out. And follow everything that she does. Y'all got to just listen to the show. We talk
My
about all
website's
of it.
great. My website, I post all the details. The whiskey gig coming up on the 22nd. Tickets are up and on sale. If you want to see me and Missing Persons, go buy your tickets today because it'll be sold out by the show, which is July 22nd at the Whiskey in LA. And that's it. Yeah. Say hi.
And what's the website again? E.G. Daily?
Daily.com has all my links and all my information and all the stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. All
You've
right,
been a
everybody, check out
terrific guest.
EGDaily.com. Thank you so
Terrific
much.
guest.
Say hi to your
Bye,
daughters.
sweetheart.
Congratulations. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Fabulous.
She's nice.
Yeah,
These are the guests you want, the ones that talk and give information.
Chad, wasn't that cool?
Outstanding.
I absolutely
She's a
loved it.
busy little, and that broad looks fabulous.
One